Greetings to the collective, kings and queens, gods and goddesses, peace and blessings, brothers and sisters. Welcome to my podcast, which is the Urban Bred Podcast, Birth of a Nation. I said I was going to do a love reading today because a lot of people have been hitting my inbox, about love and about doing love readings. So this reading is a general reading for the collective. Only take what resonates and leave what doesn't. And so if you have any questions concerning love, just go ahead and drop them in the comments or whatever, and I'll be sure to answer those questions for you. So we're going to go ahead and clear the energy right now so I can get a good reading. Make sure nothing negative is trying to creep in and disrupt our reading. So I'm going to give thanks and praise to the Most High Mother and Father, to our spiritual team, the angels and our ancestors, for protecting us and guiding us, and for me to get a clear reading to give to you guys. And so with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm not going to keep you long. This is my kind of like a beginner's tarot deck right here, and I'm going to start off with this one. And so like I said, if you have any questions, just drop them in the comments, and when I get a chance, I will answer those questions for you, okay? So let's see what is in the cards for the collective concerning love. Speaking on your current love, or if you have any new love coming your way. Those of you who are not single, or who are single. And want to find out about new love. Let's see. Okay, let's see. So the first card that I have come out is the Seven of Pentacles, okay? This is the Seven of Pentacles. I have the Seven of Pentacles out. Let me go ahead and clarify Seven of Pentacles. Okay. What comes out next is the Queen of Cups. Okay. And let's see, bottom card right here, we have the Five of Cups. So let me go ahead and explain to you in love. So this, when you're speaking on the Seven of Pentacles, someone has been kind of working hard and very diligent at something, and you're keeping your eye on something right now. You're working towards something. The Queen of Cups, this is how the Queen of Cups looks. So the Queen of Cups comes with a whole lot of compassion, right? Nurturing, healing. And so some of you are just sitting there stable, in a very stable energy, and you're pretty much in your soft girl era. And if you aren't, you're being called to surrender and be in that soft girl era. Because remember, you in order for you to attract certain things, there has to be a balance, right? You can't be too far over in your masculine as well as your feminine, right? But you're being called to sit in that soft girl era, okay? And right here in the upright, we have the Four of Cups, okay? Some of you or maybe someone in the energy have been reminiscing on things, right? A little bit of nostalgia, reminiscing on what things maybe once were, maybe in a previous relationship or past relationship, right? But don't just sit in that energy, especially if you're looking for new love. Just if you may think about certain things, like I said, certain nostalgia or whatever, just go ahead and do your little reminiscing and just keep it moving. Because especially if you're looking for something new, remember, for all of my women, to go ahead and start resting in your femininity, okay? You can't be too far in your masculine. So you're being called to bring that into a balance, right? And it shows that some of you are working on something. So you're working very diligent at it, and you have some type of investment that you're watching. So if you're coming into a new relationship, then some of you are watching it maybe very carefully and closely, and maybe not putting a whole lot out there, but you're working diligent on it. That new relationship could be a relationship in love, or it could be just something to do with your finances, right? But it shows that you're working very diligent on it because you're watching it. You're watching it grow. me take another line of cards. Oh, okay. Those cards flew out. I'm going to go and take them. They fell on the floor, but I'm going to take them. Okay, the next card to come out was the King of Cups, okay? And the King of Cups came out in the upright. So maybe in the past, some of you were dealing with someone that was very cold-hearted and manipulative, right? They had your emotions all over the place, okay? And maybe they had someone in their energy that was giving them bad advice on the relationship or whatever it was you're going through. But yeah, you're being called to clear that energy as well. The next you had to come out was the Ace of Swords. This is the Ace of Swords, and it is up in the upright. So you have gotten mental clarity about a certain situation. So if some of you were in some type of relationships that wasn't really reciprocal, and maybe you were putting way more in than you were getting back, you know, it wasn't coming back. Like you were pouring into an empty cup. It wasn't reciprocal, you know, like yours is being depleted and no one was really around trying to fill yours up. So this right here with this Ace of Swords, it shows that you gained some sort of mental clarity, right? And that you realized that maybe that relationship had to end or something. Like you had a breakthrough, you had a mental breakthrough, and that probably was coming into remembrance of who you are, you know, like taking your power back, whether it's male or female, you know, whatever past relationship or past situationship or even a business partnership or whatever, even it could be a family member, whatever you were going through, you had some, like the light bulb went off. So you had some sort of mental clarity that that showed you that you know, you need to go ahead and cut the cord on that. You need to go ahead and end that thing and close that cycle, you know, because you was putting in way more than you were getting back, right? And I'm going to take the bottom card right here. And so the bottom card is the Ace of Cups in the upright position. And this is a good sign, right? Because it shows that you're coming into something, that you're coming into a new relationship that's going to be filled with love and creativity. Your intuition is at an all-time high. Some of you may be getting married or getting proposed to, right? Maybe before 2025 in and going into 2026. Some of you are, because you're getting new love. This says something new, and you have like new feelings. Maybe some of those feelings that you had buried for a while, you know, all of that is coming back up to surface because a lot of you have healed. I know for the collective, a lot of us have healed mentally, spiritually, and emotionally, and especially within our love lives, you know, because we cut the cord into some cycles. So that leaves room for new love to come in, especially if you are in a position to receive it. And especially if you remain in a state of humbleness and gratitude, you know, and you move from a space of love, you're going to attract love. You're going to attract the things that were meant to align with you, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and take another spread. And like I said, just drop your questions in the comments, and I will do my best to answer all of those, okay? I'm sorry. Look, this one came out first, so I'm going to take it. And then that was my second card, okay? So the Queen of Pentacles came out. She came out in the upright. This is how the Queen of Pentacles look, okay? She came out in the upright. We're going to clarify it right here with the, I'm going to do the Star card, okay? And I'm not going to take it in reverse. But with the Queen of Pentacles and the Star card, okay, the Queen of Pentacles is financially stable. She's normally a working parent, right? So some of you are out there maybe getting back into your independence, because if you came out of a relationship and maybe you're you know, down to one income now. It's like you're reclaiming and regaining your independence. You're doing things for yourself. The Queen of Pentacles is just the energy, right? It doesn't necessarily have to be a female or a woman. It could be for males too. But the Queen of Pentacles energy means that you're very nurturing and you're providing for yourself financially, right? That you're working and you're working towards those goals. And especially if you know, like I said, came out of a relationship, you regained your independence, right? You are doing things for yourself. And this one, the stars in the upright, right? So this is renewal, good fortune, rejuvenation. That definitely goes hand in hand with the Queen of Pentacles, because the Queen of Pentacles is becoming financially stable and independent. And the Star card is a good sign for good fortune. So whatever you're working on, you know, you're going to see the fruits of your labor. You're going to receive what you're supposed to receive. You're renewing yourself spiritually also, right? It's like a rejuvenation, okay? So if you had to let go of some people, places, things, especially people, and you had the wrong people around you, then that star card is kind of like almost like a rebirth of you like coming back out, right? And it's a good omen, right? It's rejuvenation. Like, if some of you starting to feel youthful again and you got your energy back, and that is because you removed certain people out of your energy field that was keeping you stuck and stagnant, right? So if you were in a relationship that wasn't really reciprocal, and you wasn't receiving maybe the love or the fairness that you felt like you should or that you deserved, right? This right here is showing that you still have hope, you have faith, and that you've renewed, you've healed some things in yourself. So you're aligning yourself to attract the love that you really desire and that you deserve if you haven't already, okay? So it's still good things for the collective out there, because a lot of us, like I said, have cut those card attachments, and we are moving ourselves. We are getting into alignment with the people, places, and things that were meant for us. You know, you're coming into a connection with your soul tribe, right? And you're coming into contact with like-minded people and relationships that are more evenly yoked, okay? Let me take another card. What is this one? Okay, so this right here is the Seven of Pentacles, right? And the Seven of Pentacles it says the hard work and perseverance, like whatever you've been working on and working diligent at, like I said, because it came out again, you are starting to see the results, right, of that investment. You are starting to get exactly what you need and what you wanted out of it, because you have aligned yourself, you have healed some things. Now, as far as like love, what's going on with the collective, like I said, a lot of us have ended some cycles, and if you haven't already, you are being called, because if you've been seeing the red flags over and over and over of a certain person, certain individual, certain work relationship, romantic ship, I don't care if it's a marriage or whatever, if you've been seeing those red flags and you kept ignoring, and God has been giving you every sign to go ahead and end that thing, then you are being called to do that, okay? Hopefully I gave maybe somebody some confirmation on that, but you are being called to go ahead and cut that card attachment so you can go ahead and receive the things that you want to receive. Okay, next came out in the upright. This was the Seven of Swords, right? That's how the Seven of Swords look. And the Seven of Swords pretty much says that a lot of us out there have gone through some betrayal, right? But you have to know that the betrayal and the trickery that someone thought that they were getting away with, they're not going to get away with it, okay? Because, you know, the universe is going to serve their karma. Whatever you throw out there is what you're going to get back, whether it's good karma or bad karma. But this right here, they're not getting away with whatever betrayal and deception that they thought they did, okay? They tried to act strategically, but if you cut that card or whatever and you moved on, then guess what? You know the saying when they say, he who laughs first laughs last. That's exactly what that is. So you've gone through some type of trickery and betrayal and some manipulation, and someone that's been pretty much strategically, you know what I'm saying, playing in your face. They knew exactly what they was doing. So if you have gotten away from that energy, then good for you. And if you are on your new beginning, whether you have, you know what I'm saying, attracted the type of love or person that you wanted, don't worry about it, because if you keep working on yourself and get yourself together, that's gonna come, okay? And so by the end of 2025, a lot of y'all will be moving into new love or making that final decision to go ahead and leave that person behind, because you already know when you're on this journey, especially this journey of life, and you have a higher purpose and you're trying to elevate and raise your vibration, everybody's not going to be able to come with you. You know, sometimes it's sad, it's bittersweet, but you're going to have to leave some people behind, because you cannot stay stuck and stagnant and in certain relationships and situationships or family dynamics if it's not getting you to your higher self and your higher good, okay? So you're being called to really carefully rethink some of those relationships and situationships that you've been involved in or are currently in, and figure out if it's getting you to your higher good or if you're staying stuck or stagnant. Because if you are staying stuck and stagnant, then it's time for you to release that person, release those people, release those certain vices and strongholds, so you can go ahead and align yourself with everything that the universe has for you, especially in the area of love. Okay, because if you want to receive that love, you got to embody that shit. You got to become love. You feel me? Like you won't be able to be that type of person if you have someone in that devil energy that's steady pulling and pulling on your energy, and that's steady taking from you, and have you in a space to where you've lost yourself and you don't really know who you are, and you're just depressed. Maybe your anxiety level up is everything. You can't manifest that. You can't manifest the type of love or attract the type of love that you really and truly desire if you have certain people like that around you, or if you're stuck in a relationship and God keeps showing you those signs, and in your head you keep thinking, oh, it's going to get better, it's going to get better. But it's never going to get better if you are the one that's doing all the work. It's never going to get better if it's not reciprocal. It's never going to get better if you're being treated unfairly and you're just being a punching bag and letting people walk all over you. Okay, you're never going to, and that trickles down. Like when you have that energy and when you're in that head space or mental space and you're not healed as well, and you're still broken from that relationship, but you're still trying to hold on to it. What are you holding on to? Because if it's making you feel worse and you're not getting any better mentally or spiritually, then it's time to let it go. And sometimes we don't want to hear that, but it's for our own good and the better good of us and humanity and the collective, because it raises the vibration. This whole world moves off of energy, right? So if you're in a good space, if you're in a space of humbleness, gratitude, and just moving from a space of love and integrity, you raise the vibration of humanity, period. So I just wanted y'all to know that. And don't think that you're just so stuck and you can't get out, because you can get out of anything. You just have to have the will to do it and have the faith to take that leap. So some of y'all need to go on ahead and jump off that cliff. Stop holding on to shit that not serving you no good. If you know that you deserve better and you want better, then you need to go get better. Because when you standing there, when you holding on to certain things and people and places that don't mean you no good, but you're steady praying to God or to the universe to send you somebody, show you a sign, but you keep ignoring the signs, then you're gonna forever feel like that, right? Because you know why? You're pretty much telling God, well, this is what I deserve. I don't deserve no better. And the way you're doing it is because if you keep accepting the bare minimum and letting people just breadcrumb you and letting them gaslight your intuition, or have you thinking that you're not worthy of certain things, then you're pretty much telling the universe, I'm not worthy. I don't deserve nothing better, because you haven't gotten out of it. You'll be surprised when you start cutting those cord attachments and ending those cycles and relationships with certain people and getting yourself back healthy as far as your mental, your spirit, and your emotions, and start loving on yourself. You will be surprised how the universe will open up for you and how God will pour you down that blessing that you won't have room to receive, and as well as in love. And you have your ancestors out there and the angels, your spiritual team. So start talking to them, start speaking to them, speak that thing into existence, throw it out there and say exactly what it is you want out of life. Say the exact type of love that you want to have. And first of all, you do have to clear out some stuff in yourself as well, because a lot of us be wanting that perfect love and that perfect mate, but we got a lot of shit in ourselves that we haven't even tried to clear out or clean out, right? So you're gonna pretty much mirror some of the same shit. You're gonna have it mirrored back to you. Okay, so you have to be in a healthy mind state and a healthy heart place as well, in order for you to even align with the things that you really and truly want. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and take one more set, and then I'm going to close. And I hope that this reading helped some of y'all, because I didn't want to keep you, but I just wanted to tell you what was in store for the collective, what you could be expecting, and what you need to clear out in order to get into alignment for you to receive that type of love that you so desire. Okay. Okay. This card I ain't going to take it. Let me shuffle some more. Okay. I'm going to take that one. Let's see. So with this card, this is going to be my last line. This card right here is the Four of Pentacles, okay? And the Four of Pentacles is in the upright. Okay. So This is the Nine of Cups, okay? So, oh, this card flew out, baby. So I'm going to go ahead and take it. And that's going to be my last card. Okay, so with the Four of Pentacles coming out in the upright, that speaks on saving money, okay? Let's see. Some of you were probably dealing with someone that maybe had some type of addictions or indulgence or whatever. Whether it's, you know, you can have an addiction to many things. I don't care if it's, I don't care if it's sex. I don't care if it's gambling. I don't care if it's drugs or whatever. But either maybe you was going through that, or you were dealing with somebody, had somebody in your energy that was going through some type of addiction. And so it was putting a strain on your inner joy. But even if you were that one in your relationships, you do know that you need, in order to be evenly yoked, you have to think about your finances as well, right? So you're being called right now to save money, to not get into a scarcity mindset, okay? To have more control over your indulgence and your impulses, right? Because that alone can break up any type of relationship, especially if you're going out there making these ridiculous purchases and you're not really, you know, talking it over with your partner. That could cause a lot of problems too. And I know I went through that in one of my previous relationships, you know, with somebody just buying stuff that, I don't know, don't even really matter. It's when you have other stuff that you need to take care of. You understand what I'm saying? So if you are doing that, or if the person that you're connected to is doing that, you're being called to start, you know, saving your money and watching how you spend, okay? And also, this was my last one, which was the King of Pentacles, right? This card deals with leadership, security, and discipline, right? A lot of you are going to definitely reap your benefits and reap that harvest, because the seeds that you're planted, okay? And as a collective, most of us are moving from a space of love, right? So you have love coming in if it hasn't came in already, because we're all on two different timelines, right? And you're gonna receive everything, because this is dealing with leadership and wealth and security. Some of y'all are coming into relationships where you're gonna be financially stable, you're gonna be secure, okay? You and your partner. That's why the universe, you know, aligns you with certain people and certain relationships, so you could be evenly yoked, right? And if you're not aligned with that partner just yet, then you are being called to get your finances straight, okay? Whatever addictions, indulgence that you're overindulging in, you're being called to line all that back up, so you can attract the type of partner that you want. You know, we want evenly yoked, right? So I want all of y'all to, you know, like I said, keep working on that healing. Keep cutting the card attachments and ending those cycles with people that you know don't mean you no good. I don't care if it's friendships, family ships, you know, lovers, whatever. But if you want to attract the type of love that you feel like you deserve, then you're going to have to bring all of that into balance. And the main thing is loving yourself and healing yourself totally, okay? Because two broken people cannot heal each other. I don't care what nobody say. That creates nothing but chaos, okay? So go ahead and start taking your power back. To my men and my women, go ahead and attract the type of love that you desire. Embody love, because become that peace, love, and light. Move from a space of integrity, okay? And keep your morals in check. You know, if you know that you don't want nobody doing you dirty or backstabbing you or lying and cheating and all that, then you got to stop doing it too. You don't need to do it either. Otherwise, you're going to attract that same type of person if you're still in that energy. And stop carrying that baggage from one relationship to the next relationship, because no, everybody is not the same. All men are not the same. All women are not the same. And I don't care who says that. I know that it's not so. So that's what y'all are being called to do. Thank y'all for tuning in to my podcast, which is the Urban Bread Podcast, Birth of a Nation. And this was my first love reading for 2025. So y'all be blessed out there. Look out for one another, okay? Peace. I love y'all. See y'all next time.